Hello everybody and welcome back. In this video we're going to be actually implementing the logic so that when we go to a chat and we open it up, we automatically scroll down to the bottom and we see the latest message that was sent in the chat. So for now it doesn't work like that, and we'll try to fix this by the end of the video. So the first thing that we're going to do is that we're going to make sure that we have a scroll controller in our chat page state class called messages ListView controller, and that we initialize it inside of our init state function. With this, what we're going to do is that we are going to actually go to our messages ListView function, and there what we're going to do is that we're going to go to the ListView builder function, and we're going to assign to this ListView the actual ListView controller that we had just created, which is messages ListView controller. With this done, we can now move onwards to our chat page provider, and we're going to be putting the logic inside of our chat page provider because it's kind of some business logic associated with the actual chat page. So what we'd like to do is that once all of the messages have been loaded up, is that we'd like to scroll down to the bottom of the list. And I'm going to do that inside of our stream listener function, which is listening to new messages. And every time a message comes, I want to scroll down to that message. And this will work for initially loading up the messages as well, and then scrolling to the bottom of the messages. So after I notify listeners, what I'm going to do is that I am going to use the messages ListView controller, and I'm going to say that you need to jump to a specific point. And where do you have to jump to? Well, what you have to do is that you have to go to the maximum extent to which you can scroll. And we get that by using the same messages ListView controller, messages ListView controller dot, and then we say position, and then we say max scroll extent. And that's pretty much all we have to do. And then I'll add the remaining parentheses, add a semicolon, and that's all I had to do. And I'll do command save. With this done, if I go back to my actual chat and I'm just going to wait for the hot reload to complete, you're going to see that nothing happens, like it never takes us. And the reason for that is because this function instantaneously is called before all of the messages are loaded. And what we need to do is that we need to actually let Flutter know that once all of the UI has actually been built, then I want you to do this. So for that, what we need to do is that we need to wrap this messages ListView controller jump to call within a function provided to us by Flutter, which is called the add a post frame callback. So you do this by saying that widget binding, and from there we use the instance, and then we say that add a post frame callback. And if you hover over post frame callback, it'll let you know what happens, and it says that it schedules a callback for the end of this frame. So what add post frame callback does is that it tells Flutter to register running a function or whatever stuff is inside of this function after the current frame has been completely rendered. And then what I'm going to do is that I'm going to ignore the timestamp by just putting in an underscore for it. And then I'll take our messages ListView jump to call, and I'll copy this and I'll remove it, and I'll put that inside of here. But before we can do that, we need to add another thing as well. And that is that we need to actually make sure that our messages ListView controller has clients. This is just something that needs to be done before we can use the jump to call. So I'm going to say that the messages ListView.controller has clients. If it has clients, then we're going to be using our call, which is jump to. Then I'm going to be adding just some commas for better code formatting and do command save. And I'm going to remove this comment here and then do command save. With this, I'll restart my application just to make sure that everything works as intended. Logging in, I'm going to go to the chat. And now, as you can see, it scrolls us to the latest chat message, like you can see. And if I go to one that just doesn't have that many messages, it's okay. But if we go to one, it takes us to the end of the chats list. So with that, we have solved the issue of scrolling to the bottom of the list once we've loaded all of the messages, and keep doing that when new messages are sent. So if now I sent a new message of like, hopefully, and I'll just say, hopefully, sooner than later. And then I'm going to say, send this message. You're going to say that it's automatically scrolling us down. So with this, I'm going to end this video here, and I'll see you guys in the next video, where we're going to be actually working towards updating the isActivity indicator inside of a chat document, as you can see here, so that when somebody is typing, we can actually update isActivity to be true, so that the actual typing indicator status thing actually works as intended. So with that, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.